Oh my god, you guys, there is so much happening this week. It is all exciting. It is all in the world of comics, and I'm ready to tell all of you about it. But first off, we're going to have a certain order of these things, you know. Gateway comics. And this week, it's going to be fantasy. So, to start off with the fantasy comics, I'm sure it's going to be no surprise to any of you. My first choice is going to be Game of Thrones. It has to be Game of Thrones, just for the art. Oh, it's always just amazing to me, the art in this book. That's what drew me to it in the first place. So if you've got a friend that's into fantasy, they've probably already read Game of Thrones, but the comic is fantastic. It is a great sort of gateway to them to show the visual medium that is the comicness. So, Game of Thrones. Next one. Rat Queens. Rat Queens is fantastic. It's another one I got into via the comic book club. The Rat Queens are basically like sort of a gang in a fantasy world, and they are basically like battle maidens for hire, and they kill people for profit. But it's just like it's got the monsters and the sort of epic fantasy type scenario involved as well, and just kick-ass ladies in a fantasy world, and it's great. Rat Queens, loved it. So that's my gateway comics for this week. We're going to get into now the new release of the week, which I am so excited about. Oh my god, I'm so excited about it. I've been excited ever since I first heard that it was coming back. Star Wars. Oh, look at the Star Wars. Got the old gang back together again. You got your Leia and your C-3PO and your Han and your Luke and your Chewie and your R2-D2 and everything that you could ever hope for in Star Wars. Everything that's made me excited about the movie is right here in this comic. The first issue is basically just they're going on this big, like a sort of a rescue operation, and yeah, it's just them being those characters being those characters, and it's so good to see that again. Oh my god, it is so good to see that again. So that takes place sort of in between the time in between the movies, because unless you've read the books, you wouldn't understand how much of a time lag there was between Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back. We're talking years of time lag in the Star Wars universe between those two movies, those two books, and yeah, that's where those the new comic is set, and it is so great. Even just in the first issue, I'm like, yes, they're back. Yes, that's awesome. So very, very cool. And that is my recommendation for this week. So, with all of that now out of the way, we're going to get to the exciting stuff. We're going to get to the news. There is so much news. First of all, I thought I'd tell you the comics that I'm really excited about that are getting released in 2015. So, obviously, the Star Wars, which has just come out this week. Yay! Very excited about that, and with good reason. In February, we've got Spider-Gwen coming out. So it's Gwen Stacy as Spider-Woman, basically. And her costume looks fantastic, and I love Gwen Stacy, and it is going to be so awesome, and I can't wait. I love being this excited about comics. Do you love being excited? I love being excited about comics. Yay, comics. So, March, we're going to have Princess Leia. Another Star Wars awesomeness coming out. Princess Leia gets her own comic. You have no idea. None. How long I've been waiting for this. Just girl power. Girl power. That's all I have to say about that. Girl power. In March as well, we have got Hawkeye coming back, which I was really super excited about because I loved the original one that was done by Matt Fraction. But this one's being done by Jeff Lemire, and I've been assured that he has not got a humorous bone in his comic-y writer body, which is disappointing to me because to me, Hawkeye without the humour, I don't know. We're talking movie Hawkeye there, and he's kind of dour, and I swear to God, if they take Hawkeye to a dark place, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't want Hawkeye to go to a dark place. Hawkeye's a fun comic. but Jeff Lemire's writing it, so I don't think it's going to continue to be a fun comic. But I'll give it a go. And I am cautiously excited about the Hawkeye comic. iZombie TV series is going to be starting on March the 17th on the CW. It's based on a Vertigo comic of the same name. It's where a young woman basically gets turned into a zombie. And other than the fact that she just looks really goth now, obviously eats brains, so she ends up getting a job in a morgue. And when she eats the brains, she can actually see like the details of the person's life. So she is helping to solve murders and stuff. Yeah, there are a lot of comparisons so far to Buffy, which is natural. I mean, you've got like a young woman in a world that involves like zombies and stuff. So I'm hoping. Well, I'm hoping it's not going to be like Buffy, but I love Buffy. I'm hoping they do something different with it. Yeah, not because I don't love Buffy, but because we always need things that are different, am I right? We just don't want to see the same things over and over and over again. Who the hell would want that? Now, Tom Cavanagh is finally talking about his role in The Flash as the Reverse Flash. Finally, we all saw it coming, am I right? We all saw it coming. It's an amazing interview. You can actually look at that up on comicbookresources.com, and that'll have all that interview in it, and he's sort of having a chat about the Reverse Flash and that sort of slow burn reveal that comic book lovers would have seen coming, but maybe not everyone. If you didn't read The Flash or watch the TV show without having read the comics, then you wouldn't have known about the whole Reverse Flash thing. But yeah, so that's a very cool interview. And finally, Stan Lee, he's like, 1,000 years old now. He's going to do an Agent Carter cameo in the episode that's airing on the 27th of January. Stan fucking Lee. I love that guy. Not because he is particularly awesome, but also because he's like, 1,001 years old, and he still does cameos in movies, and he just seems to be ageless almost. He's fantastic. I love him. So that is a whole lot of stuff to be excited about this week, am I right? So as usual, if you want to read any of the comics that we've talked about, and you live in the Melbourne area, then I would recommend you get to All Star Comics, which currently is located in Lonsdale Street. But very, very soon they're moving to number 53 Queen Street. Which is a bigger location and more accessible and everything else. So that's a very exciting move for All Star Comics. If you're in the Sydney area, I would recommend that you get the two Phantom Zone Comics, and they're at number 10C in Horwood Place in Parramatta. And they will always look after you. Both of those comic book shops will always look after you. So I'm going to sign out now for this week. I hope that you enjoyed my vlog for this week. I enjoyed making it because I got to get excited about a lot of things. So thanks again for watching, and see you all next week. Bye. Please do subscribe.